Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Karen Pelka, and I'll be speaking with Nancy Gardner from East Shore Leadership Academy. Today's show is sponsored by Semco Energy Gas. Welcome, Nancy, to Spotlight.
Good morning, Karen. Thanks for having me on.
We're excited to have you here.
Same here.
So tell us a little bit, what is a charter school?
Oh boy, charter schools. Way back in the 90s, charter schools first came about in Michigan. And really it was about parents wanting a choice for their children and being able to be involved in school and actually forming and having a voice in their school. So a lot of it was parent-driven. Charter schools are also free. They're public school academies, so there is no tuition. A lot of times charter schools we are able to maintain autonomy in our schools. So there's not so much red tape. It's just about where is our focus, what do we want to do, and we keep very honed in on, and we're very well mission-driven, for sure.
And it's really important. Everyone learns differently, every little person and adult even, and it's important that we know that we have choices.
Yes.
And so what are some things with East Shore Leadership Academy that make you different?
Probably one of the big things for us is we started out with a leadership model, and even though I know there's leadership models out there, some schools are doing the same thing, we kind of intertwine our leadership model not only with the leader in me and the Covey model, but also with learning styles, how does each child receive information, those types of things. So it's kind of, we address the whole child, and we even do that in testing. So for us, if we're meeting the needs of our students physically, emotionally first, then we go to the testing and let's learn. Because if they're not situated and safe with themselves, they're not quite ready to learn that day. So that's kind of where we start our day. Is everybody okay? And we're meeting their needs first. Okay, now education, and we can get going on academics.
And so with the location, you are in Port Huron, and even after school can be a part of learning and
Yes.
continuation of that whole child. So is there anything that has really been changed in your school for the children after school?
Yes, actually this is our first year. We met with Cliff Thomason that runs the Athletic Factory with the whole purpose of let's come up with something together that meets the needs of our students. We didn't want a canned program. We didn't want all these, do this, do this. We came up with a specialized program that meets the needs of our students. So some of those things, they're after school. We do this 3 days a week, and we had an amazing turnout for our students. It's amazing. And some of the things they do is expressive dance. They have music lessons. A lot of our kids are in guitar. We do have a sports component, arts and crafts, but the big thing with this program is it's all with the end in mind of this is what they're going to learn middle school, high school. So everything is focused in those programs for our kids. This is where they're going.
Right, it's a directive.
Yes, it's very focused on what is our end in mind with our children. We're starting a new program with the Athletic Factory, and it's actually a woodworking component. It's a very small group of students that are working out of, it's the old woodworking component at the Old Times Herald.
Okay.
And we're really excited to see how that turns out, because there will be different sessions. So we have our introduction with our kids in one session, and it goes on and they start building on that. So the neat thing about the Athletic Factory is Cliff is very forward thinking, and we're very forward thinking. And it's like, what can we do that's out of the norm? What can we do to meet the needs of our student body and stay very focused on hey, this is what our end needs to look like.
Right.
So what do our kids leaving the academy with? What's their little suitcase look like?
Right. And that is, again, everyone learns differently, and the
Yes.
Athletic Factory being a nonprofit, partnering with your school is really wonderful.
Yes.
Parents, we're always needing tips. What are some tips that you can give the parents out there?
I think number one priority is to make education priority. I think we get so busy, including myself, in the day-to-day, going this way, going this way, going this way. Education is crucial. It really needs to be at the forefront on, obviously, not only an educator's mind, but a parent's mind, and getting those students just to learn to focus on the importance of education. We're kind of missing that component a little bit.
It's quite a gift that we have here in the United States, and
Yes.
when you go to other countries, we take it for granted. So really focusing parents to help their children the
Yes.
importance of education, because
Yes.
it continues on to all of our ages. We just keep learning.
Absolutely.
So-
And getting those, teaming with the school, it's very important. Schools need to be, all schools, and most are, I'm not saying that, but it's so important for them to team with their school and to be able to feel comfortable. I want to go in, and this is where I can help. So bringing that component in of being a team and being involved, and not to bow out of your child's education in elementary school. Keep going. We want you still in there, especially during middle school,
Yes.
because that's a trying time for a lot of students.
Absolutely.
So we want our parents involved. It's crucial. So a lot of things we're doing now, after COVID, we're getting everybody back in the building and somewhat back to normal. So that's a good feeling, seeing our parents
Yes.
back in the building.
involved,
Yes,
so.
that's crucial.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a
Welcome.
joy.
And thank you for joining us on Spotlight.